Well, good afternoon, good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, Drew. Nice to see you tonight.
Nice to see you.
So, obviously, this is not Ben King, unless he got super young and had a lot of hair. But Ben is ill this evening, so Ben will not be joining us. So we are going to change up the podcast a little bit tonight with a couple different things. But welcome to the Bod Podcast, episode number 6. Nice. We're going to do a lot of freaking high fives tonight. This is going to be great.
Yes.
You got to make sure you kind of lean in there a little bit. And you can say hello.
Hello.
Awesome. But this is Drew. He's going to join us tonight. We are going to talk about, what are we going to talk about tonight, Amanda?
We're going to talk about the struggles of having a split family, divorced parents, and step-parents.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, Drew is not drinking tonight. Right?
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
not drinking.
We just needed to clarify that.
I have.
So we're not going to do the cheap beer tasting segment. We do appreciate everybody's feedback that did come along with that. And we're going to go ahead and move that to another evening when Ben is feeling better, and to make sure that we can do the right thing and make it awesome. Because drinking a ton of cheap beers with a 15-year-old probably isn't the right thing to do.
No, probably not.
No.
Something bad will probably happen.
Well, yeah, absolutely. So, and watch the notes on the screen there that Amanda's going to give you as we go through. So, all right, well, welcome. We want to make sure everybody subscribes. We are back on YouTube again this week. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Facebook, subscribe on Google Play, iTunes, all those areas, so you can make sure you're a part of the podcast. And then Amanda's going to cue the intro.
Hold up.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yes.
Do you like the intro?
Yes, it's really cool. It's
pretty neat, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Probably someone also made it.
I would definitely agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody awesome did make that.
Yes.
So what we're going to talk about tonight is, obviously this is Drew, like we said.
Hi.
And Amanda. Oh, did I say again?
You have said at least 17 times in the last minute and a half.
I apologize. That will end immediately. Anywho.
Boy, what are the rules with What is what is that?
I think it's every dollar.
Yeah,
$1
I'm pretty sure you owe me $17, Mr. Nemeth.
All right. Super cool. So, what we're going to talk about tonight is split families. Obviously, this is Drew.
Hi.
About, I don't even know now, 13 years ago, we did go through a divorce. Not him and I.
Yeah, that'd be like really weird.
Wow.
A 2-year-old. A 2-year-old.
I just couldn't stand him anymore. It was really ruining my life. So, he's obviously been a part of a split family for an exceptionally long period of time, right?
Yes.
Pretty much since you were a baby.
Yeah. When I don't even remember when it happened, so.
And we'll go through a few of those things tonight. We did get some feedback from some other children of divorced parents, correct, Amanda?
We did.
We did. We had a neighborhood subdivision party, and randomly Amanda sat down with some neighbors that live up the street, and I didn't really understand their family dynamic. There's a lot of kids, but they're doing whatever they do, and there's a few kids, and it's a divorced family.
It's a Brady Bunch kind of situation. So,
right.
They had a lot of really good feedback, comments, concerns, and questions. So it was kind of cool to get somebody else's perspective. I come from a split family. My parents divorced when I was 3, and then my mom was remarried. So I have the experience, and then, of course, Drew has all of the experience. But it was interesting to talk to some other younger kids about it as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I thought it was some really good feedback. You obviously were there listening. And was there anything interesting that they said, you thought?
It's like, because since I only came from a 3 kids, it was like they had way more than, so like I'm kind of figuring like how would that work?
Yeah.
So like how would more kids like work? Like would some of them go over and like some would stay? Like do they really get to see each other? Like maybe they swap?
Yeah.
It's a lot of different reasons.
No, those are some good points, and we're going to definitely talk about quite a few things, and we have more things that we should not say. Amanda's going to be all night telling us these weird things we shouldn't be saying.
Definitely.
I really wish Ben King was here right now. Seemed to go a lot smoother. However, so at the end of the day, Drew grew up very young. And there were points where he didn't even know that I knew his mom. We had that at a swim meet one day, and he introduced us to his mother. Obviously, you don't remember that?
No.
Yeah, you went to your mom and drug her over, and you said, "Hey, Dad and Amanda, this is my mom." Obviously, we'd already been
Mom,
introduced.
this is my dad and Amanda. Nice to meet you. And we played along, and we said, "Hey."
It's good to see you. That's pretty much what we said.
That's so weird.
Right?
Yeah, you were probably like
But
4, maybe.
yeah, in reality, you didn't know.
No.
Right? You had no clue.
No.
You didn't understand how all that worked.
No.
No. So that wasn't a bad thing. It was just fairly amusing how that all kind of played out.
Yeah.
So it was pretty neat.
That was really fun.
Do we have any comments or feedback yet, babe?
Nothing yet.
Okay. Excellent. So in the notes we have, I don't know where the notes went. So ups and downs. So there's obviously a beginning to how this all starts, right? So at some point, I would assume for an exceptionally long period of time before a divorce even commences, there is a inordinate amount of fighting or arguing for the most part. I would assume there's other scenarios that cause a divorce or whatever. But ultimately, that was my situation, a lot of fighting back and forth. We're not going to go into anything else about that. However, there's a lot of that. And then at some point, obviously divorce is brought up.
Yeah.
Right? Now for the kids, that can be many different feelings, many different emotions that may come with that. Sometimes the children may even be happy that the arguing's finally going to end.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Because at some point, it's going to have to end. So, like, if a divorce is going to have to do it, it's going to have to do it. Mm-hmm. But at least it's, like, done, over with.
I would agree with that. And then sometimes it might even be good for the whole family unit.
Definitely.
Parents aren't together anymore. Hopefully they're not arguing anymore. Yeah. But the ups and downs of that can be extremely dramatic, especially in the beginning. Yeah. Figuring out who stays where, when, what parents takes the kid. Hopefully if they live close, there can be a lot more co-parenting. Fortunately or unfortunately, we did not live anywhere near each other. Yeah. So that made that pretty simple. And we just had you guys on the weekends and had a ton of fun all the time. And you always thought we were totally awesome, right?
Yeah,
is that the word awesome. The kids are using these days? Totally awesome?
Yeah, you guys are still awesome.
All right, so we're not throwing shade?
No.
Okay.
Shade.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amanda, take that shade.
Why are you throwing shade at Amanda? Babe, did you take that shade?
I'll take it for now until we're off the air.
I think we talked.
The gloves are off.
Didn't we talk about that last week?
I think so.
We're going to give other people permission to take you out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Steve, you can be added to that list. We do have a special guest this evening, Stephen Flannery the Third.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Steve's a local celebrity in Pacific, Missouri that decided to join the podcast this evening.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Glad to be here tonight. Thanks, Andy.
Oh, appreciate that, Steve. Thank you for joining us.
I came for the cheap beer.
Oh, perfect. He's drinking all the 22s we were supposed to taste test tonight, so I might get a little crazy in here.
It'll take him a while, but he'll get there.
So one of the other things we wanted to discuss along with that, at some point parents may even move states away.
Yeah.
And that happened in your case, right?
Yeah. You guys moved from Michigan to New Jersey, and it was a really different change. But luckily, I got used to it over time. Whenever I used to just go there, kind of got, like, this is like a normal thing, like how he used to take me on the weekends, so.
Yeah, we used to take you on the weekends, and then out of nowhere, all of a sudden it was only a couple times a year, which had to be way different for you, I would assume, than what we had done for many, many, many years. Now, going to Jersey was awesome.
Yes, it was definitely awesome.
You got to experience a lot of things. Like now you're a professional flyer.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So you get on airplanes, you have no problem. You use the restroom on there, which you love to tell everybody about. It's dramatic. And also the cool benefits that kind of came with that.
Yeah.
Doing all the things we did, got to see a different area. But that doesn't necessarily overshadow the fact that it went from us seeing each other 2 to 3 times a month.
Yeah.
To 2 to 3 times a year, which I'm sure was pretty difficult at first.
Yeah, it was a pretty difficult change at first, but just I don't want to say gotten used to it because that's a kind of a different term, but I don't know really how to explain it like in that type of words. But I am not like used to it, but like I don't know how to explain it.
So then you're used to it.
Oh, I guess.
What are you saying?
Are you comfortable with it? Did you accept it? Do you need to cry it out right now?
No.
Do you need a hug?
Yeah, do you need a hug?
I'm good right now.
Okay. You and Amanda with the hug problem.
We
Do you want
learned
Amanda to
about
hug
that.
you?
No, we're good.
We love you.
Yeah.
Does that help?
Yes.
Okay, good. Nice. Don't throw any shade.
Shade.
We need to do any other kind of teenage references.
No.
No?
I don't think we're good for now.
Is that it?
Probably later.
Or is that the only one you know?
No, I know more.
All right.
Well, that's
But I would imagine part of what you're trying to say is that's a dramatic change from seeing your parent a certain amount of time to then that being drug out even longer. And there was a point, unfortunately, within that. I don't think we saw you for like almost a year.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, there was a kind of a weird thing that happened at Christmas where you couldn't come, then we didn't see you till the summer. Like, those things are also going to happen.
Yeah.
Where either work schedules get in the way, parents argue, whatever those things may be. And that can also be a huge change, too, because then out of nowhere, you don't see the other parent for potentially an elongated period of time.
Yeah.
And that's obviously nobody's intentions, but sometimes that's how it works out, unfortunately.
Yeah, kind of sucks sometimes, but it's just how things go sometimes, honestly. If it's gonna just happen, it happens. Like, it was hard that, like, year kind of not to see them a lot. So, like, what he said about every, like, 2 to 3, obviously, like, or every weekend, I would see them, and then going to, like, a couple times a year, it's really weird.
Yeah.
Transitioning, but
it's also tough for the parents, too. And that's the part that, look, the kids are the most important part, and that's the part that you want to focus the most on.
Yeah.
But it was also tough for us. Like, we didn't get to see you all that often anymore. Obviously, that was a huge change for us along with you. So everybody's kind of struggling with those changes.
Yeah.
Now that we live in Missouri. No, Missouri.
Missouri.
I also wash my clothes.
I'm going to punch you both when this is over.
That's awesome. I'm glad we got that on tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch the elbows.
Yeah, watch. There it is. Look at that. Very nice. That's a teaching moment right there.
Yes.
And then we did move to Missouri, and then that changed everything a little bit. It is closer.
Yeah.
By about 4 or 5 hours. So that makes it easier for it if we want to drive and get you or anything like that.
Yeah.
Flights are significantly less expensive, so we can fly you a lot more with your executive Southwest Airlines pass.
Right?
I think.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll sponsor the show after that awesome plug.
Hey, Southwest, if you're watching, sponsor us.
Yeah, that was... I don't know why they wouldn't after that kind of statement.
Right?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Definitely.
But then you also have to figure those things out, too, because it's 14, right? It was 14.
Yeah.
14 or older can fly by themselves with no... what do they call that, babe? With no escort?
Or
company, guardian, whatever it is.
I think it's just called a adult escort.
Okay. So that made it significantly easier to fly you out, right? Because then we didn't have to fly somebody else. And that way when your sister wasn't with you, you could fly by yourself, like all those kind of things. Or paying for an escort. But at the same point, like the escort thing can get quite costly.
Yes.
So I think it added like, what, $150 a ticket?
I don't remember on Southwest because we never had to do it, but on one of the other airlines, I think one of them was almost $300.
It was.
To take an escort. That's why...
When we lived in Jersey, we looked it up, and I think it was Delta, and it was almost $300 one way.
Yeah. That's why, like, our friend Tommy, who flies his daughter to California, he flies with her. Like, he buys 2 round-trip tickets and just takes her with him. It's cool because you get to hang with your daughter for that period of time, and I'm sure it's also a cost-saving measure.
But I think it's still probably cheaper than doing the...
I don't know if he has to buy her a ticket because of her age.
I don't know either, but yeah, it's not cheap.
No.
But I will say, now that Drew gets to travel all the time, he's become super comfortable with traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he could probably go anywhere now, which I feel like most teenagers his age and or younger kids don't do that. I know I didn't get on my first plane for a really long time until I was a grown-up.
Wasn't that when you went from Michigan to Jersey? Was that your first flight?
No, my first flight all by myself in a really long time. Well, we went to Texas.
Yes. But I thought you went for your training that one time.
I went to Maine.
Oh, okay.
But that was my first time ever flying all alone.
Yep.
Wow.
And I was in my late 20s, so
You've been flying since you were 9.
Yeah,
wow.
He's way far ahead of the game when it comes to travel, which is awesome. Because even now, I mean, I had to fly this last week by myself, and it's still frustrating, and I don't pay attention or know where to go, and I get lonely and whatever. So it's pretty cool, I think, that he has all this experience with traveling. Not to mention, because we're all over the place all the time, it helps him see the world a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you're absolutely correct. I think the other side of it, too, now I just get just drop me off at the airport. Like, he doesn't need to walk us to the gate.
Right.
He doesn't need to come in us to come in and get him. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, to an extent, there are some fringe benefits, I guess, in this particular situation to what you've also been able to do because of it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, I think your statement was last year when you got out of school. What did you say? I just want an Uber to pick me up at school and just take me to the airport.
Yeah, I want to bring my bags to school and just I want an Uber.
Wouldn't that be... Think of how people would be like, WTF, Drew?
Yeah.
You just get in an Uber and fly to Missouri?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm just by myself, all right, see you guys, I'll be back.
There's my Uber. Sorry, guys, gotta go.
Yeah, see you guys.
And then I'm out. And then you'd just be out of there.
Yeah, I'm out.
Did anybody else at school get picked up by an Uber?
No.
Absolutely.
No. Yeah.
So what would you be?
I'd be the cool kid.
Yeah.
I'd be the...
Like the king of the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The jocks.
I don't know how.
They're
not really a sport yet.
But no, but
getting into an Uber isn't a sport.
No,
at the
but
moment.
they're like the jocks are like up there, so that's
in coolness.
Yeah, so like kind of.
So you would eclipse them.
Yeah, I'd eclipse them.
So Uber beats jock.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that. That's nice.
Yeah.
So Andrew, how do you like being away from home for an entire month, or sometimes you come for a month and a half at a time? What's different about that?
It's so you can say the conditions, like the weather could be different, like the place you can be living at way different than you are at your other house. So here, like, we have way different rules. Like we're more established as a family. I could say we're way better. We don't scream and yell. Where we could talk things out.
Start that.
I'm so mad. I'm kidding. But,
I mean, in reality, you could say your dad and I are a little bit more laid back.
Yes, you guys are very more laid back than.
That's chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what we say?
Anybody who knows us knows that we're just kind of laid back, and that's okay.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah,
but not everybody's like that.
No.
Everybody is their own person.
Yeah. Some people could try to see like them, they actually see what's going on in the world, and then you have some other people that just don't know what they're doing, and they are their own world, which is fine. They can do what they want. It's their life, so.
Right. No, I agree with that.
It's their decisions.
Well, everybody's got a different view on what they do, right?
Yeah.
And we travel a lot. We do a lot of different things. Yeah. And that's not for everybody. Some people stay home. It just depends, right? And I would hope one of the benefits that we try to give you when you're here is seeing a lot of different things.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of things since I've been here.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what?
I've been to the Arch. We've been to some Cardinal games.
Yep.
We've been in St. Louis. It's really nice there. What else?
Six Flags.
We've been to Six Flags. We've gone tubing so much.
Yeah, tubing was awesome.
Yes, tubing was so much
Except for the
fun.
last one when we almost died.
Yeah.
That was a little.
Yeah.
That one wasn't so awesome.
No.
Awesome up until the part that we almost drowned.
Yeah.
And then our house would not have been the coolest house.
No.
No, because we killed you.
Yeah. It's
Although you wouldn't know.
No.
Because you'd be dead.
Yeah, I'd be dead.
And all of us. So what would have happened to the house if we had all died?
I don't know. Someone would be like, "Oh, hey, free house. Just walk in."
Is that how it works? You just just lay a key in the middle of the street, and then whoever finds it, you own the house.
Yeah, or whoever finds our dead bodies finds the key. Just we got a new house. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
I didn't realize it worked that way. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So, what about holidays?
So holidays, okay, for at least kids, we get many different Christmases. I want to say
17.
No, I don't think so. I want to say 4 Christmases I have.
I wanted 4 Christmases when I was a kid.
I will also agree that was the one huge perk of being
that's like one of the biggest
parents.
perks. Yeah, that's one of the biggest perks.
That kind of sucks for me. My parents stayed together and I only got 1 Christmas.
Lame.
Yeah.
Lame.
Jeez, I'm going to have to talk to my mom about that.
But yeah, it's... And then on other holidays, it's not just Christmas. Like you have Thanksgiving, Halloween, all those other ones.
Halloween.
Yeah. I don't... Have I been with you guys for Halloween?
Once.
All right.
And you
when you were really little.
Batman. It was when I lived in Shelby.
Sterling Heights, yeah.
Shelbytown, yep.
Yeah.
And you were with us, and then you went candying with Nolan, I think.
Candying?
Isn't that what you call it?
Trick-or-treating.
Trick-or-treating.
Like smell my feet?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I guess.
Wait, no, I wasn't asking you to smell my feet.
Oh.
That was one of the things. No, but it is, and I think not only is there a lot of holidays, but the major holiday of Christmas is usually the big one, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the one that is most difficult to schedule because both parents want the child while they're out of school for as much time as they can to go see family or friends or whatever, and then you got to figure out how to split that, which can be difficult for you because then you're kind of drug everywhere.
Yeah.
I think now we've gotten on a pretty good schedule. If you come at the second half, that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
You come like right after Christmas through New Year's.
Yeah, boys usually here for New Year's.
Yep. So that way you can attend this year, which will be the 3rd annual Nemeth New Year's Eve party.
New Year's Eve party.
Yeah. It's a good time, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I should. You guys should totally come. It's very nice and
why are you inviting the whole internet?
Well, only the people we know. But if you guys want to come and you guys are actually cool, don't try to murder us or anything. Yeah, definitely come by.
Wow, that was a hell of a statement.
Yeah, right.
So everybody should come. Don't come if you don't know us. And
or
then on
if
the
you
flip
want to
side,
us.
please don't murder us.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm really glad you're on the podcast.
Words of wisdom from Boy.
Yeah.
Man,
please don't murder us.
So yeah, holidays can be tough, but especially Christmas. Summer holiday is a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
We split it where we get you for 4 or 5 weeks. This year's a little bit abbreviated because you had some prior functions at the beginning of your time off or whatever. And usually it is that 5.5 weeks that you are at our house, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Get to do a lot of cool things. Obviously, the weather here is significantly different.
Yeah.
We got to experience our first float trip last year,
Yeah.
which we talked about, which
Yeah, it
is
was
great.
so much fun.
Yeah, but I think it's also sharing those experiences. And there's a lot of things that we don't do sometimes until you come.
Yeah.
Because we want all of us to kind of do it together.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we've always tried to do with a lot of things.
Yes.
And then the other thing that Amanda has on the list too, and what did you mean by this, babe? Meeting new people and family. Like just from the other person in the relationship then? Like, for instance, your family and stuff like that?
Right. When I came into the picture, then it was kind of like a whole extended family, not family. But I remember the first holidays that we took the kids to my family's, and then they had to meet a whole nother round of people. And now they see them as often as possible, even though it's not actual relation.
Yeah.
Right. And the cool thing is, at least in your instance, and I would hope in everybody else's, the family was super welcoming.
Yes. Very.
I think Amanda's... Yes, Steve?
I'm a new person.
Well, yeah, family
Did you
and
like
friends.
hanging out with Steve?
Yeah, Steve's cool. I like him.
Okay.
It's not bad.
All right. Wait, he's awesome. I like him. He's not bad. Wait,
Thanks, boy.
Wait, he's a horrible person. You just keep going down and down and down.
I hate him.
Steve, please don't murder us.
Please, Steve, don't murder. He doesn't have to grow up.
Oh no, Steve's stabbing me. Stop.
He has a green suit on, so you can't see him in the knife screen. He doesn't have the garage code, don't worry.
All right.
Actually, I think I do.
Oh, son of a gun.
I don't even have it.
I don't remember it. I have to
We're not
look
giving
at
it
the
to
text
you.
messages.
All right, good.
However, there is a big deal with that, right? So
Yeah.
you lucked out in the case at Amanda's family. It was super awesome.
Yeah.
And her dad or mom, you got to meet her grandpa once, and he said, hey, which cow do you want to eat tonight? and that was awesome to welcome you to the family. Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, I mean, the kids had never been on a farm before, and they'd never seen cows, so I took them up there, and they got to meet my grandpa, and he introduced them to the cows, and they were super excited about it. And
the cows or the little ones?
I think both. The cows came right up to the gate and met the kids, and the kids were sitting on top of the gate, and then my grandpa thought he would be funny and ask which one they wanted to have for dinner, and I thought both of them were going to break out in tears.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time they learned about the circle of life.
Did we point at them?
No.
Like,
that one looks delicious.
You didn't actually pick one out.
Dang it.
They're still there. You want to go back?
Yeah.
They're real old.
I want that one.
Cut it up. Let's go.
Yeah.
I want
chop,
a
chop.
steak.
Chop, chop. No pun intended.
Oh, wow, boy. You're on fire.
Thanks.
That's nice. So that can be kind of scary, too, because obviously Amanda bringing 2 small children randomly to her parents' house. I'm sure that was scary for Amanda. I'm sure you guys, I mean, you had known Amanda for a bit at that point, so it wasn't that big of a deal for you guys, but even the first time meeting Amanda, I'm sure was a different experience. Yeah. You were just little, so you didn't care about anything. No. You're like, hey, it's a person
what's
with
up?
candy.
Whoa, it's a band.
Duh.
See.
Wow.
That's how we met.
That's original. That's an original statement.
Yeah, gee, I've never heard that one before.
You didn't think about that when you were that little, though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No, luckily the boy doesn't remember before Amanda times.
B.A.? Mm-hmm. Baracus from A-Team?
No.
I paid the fool.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't getting on no plane, Hannibal.
So, I do want to ask, though, something I think we could talk about is step-parents.
Yes.
And how you relate to that, how you communicate with them, what your feelings are behind it. And when it comes to, like, your friends or anything like that, how they feel about it, or if they also have step-parents, if you have that in common.
So...
Well, see, there is something on there, and it says... What is that, the second to last one?
I can't see. I think my eyes are...
Oh, you can read it.
Yeah. Amanda is a really, honestly, an amazing stepmom.
Not because she wrote it down?
No, totally.
I may or may not have put that in the notes.
But no, honestly, like, growing up, I feel like I kind of related to her in a sense. And also, I don't know if you guys know this, we have the same birthday. Kind of weird coincidence.
Yeah, April 16th. That's really weird.
Wait, what?
And we have
Wait, what?
And we have the same initials.
Yeah.
Well, not our middle, but first and last.
Wait, what?
Yeah, A.N.
Wait, what was this April 16th stuff?
It was just a joke.
Oh, okay.
That meant I didn't know when your birthday was.
Oh.
Yes, Steve.
You know, Boy brought up, I think, he made an interesting statement the other day at lunch.
Oh, okay.
That, may be a good topic here. Because the other day Amanda and I...
You're stammering.
I am, a little bit. Amanda, I was trying to figure out how to lead into this.
This isn't that professional. It's
That's fine. So, but Amanda and I took Boyd to lunch, and then Amanda took me to Costco, because I'd never been to Costco.
Stepdad?
I think, apparently. What's up, Steve?
Hey, buddy. How you doing? No. We took the boy to Hooters. I mean...
that's right,
what is a good friend of the family supposed to do to corrupt his buddy's son?
Yeah. See a bunch of women in tights. It's real sexy.
That's right. Anyway. So, but I had said something like... what did I say? Something like your mom, your stepmom. I'm sorry, Amanda, and I had tongue tied, and
yeah,
and Drew, I mean, he. What did you remember? What you said?
No, I don't. No.
He said it. He goes, that's okay. I hear it a lot, but it feels weird to say mom.
Yeah, it does.
I like Amanda better.
Yeah, always growing up, I always just saw her as Amanda, not mom. I guess.
And my response was, you don't ever have to call me mom because you have a mom.
Yeah.
And I will never replace her. She's a great mom to you, and I know that, and your dad knows that, and that's not why I'm here. I'm more like the super cool, fun, let's get into trouble Aunt.
And
I happen to be your stepmom.
And eat chocolate chip pancakes and mashed potatoes.
That was a real good diet that day. Congratulations.
But there's probably folks out there, and I doubt there's a whole lot of teens listening. But the parents.
Oh, we have a huge 12 to 14-year-old audience.
That's a great segment of the population.
Weird. Somebody's going to call on that soon.
But I mean, the folks that are watching this and talking about it, maybe going through some of these items. What do you do? I mean, you when you move on and you remarry.
Yep.
You want your children to look at the new spouse as the mother or as the father, even though it's a stepmother-father role. But
sure.
What does the kid want? I mean, so I think that's Drew, your insight to that. As a youth within a split family, that's probably going to help some of the folks that are watching.
Yeah.
I thought that was real interesting.
Yeah. Look, I think you make a valid point because
even if super valid point,
super valid point.
It is a super valid point. Even if you take a step back, right? So I had a lot of responsibility, at least I thought, at not only finding the right person for me, which is the first priority or whatever, right? But the second priority is somebody who would be willing to deal with all of that drama a lot of the times, but at the same point have respect and want to do the right thing for the kids, right?
Yeah.
I think I did an amazing job at that.
Yeah.
In finding Amanda.
Yeah.
And then she's just amazing.
Yeah.
So I
Definitely.
didn't make her amazing. I mean, I'm the reason she's great.
For the record, I was pretty amazing before I met you.
Yeah, I was kind of a train wreck. Really.
You were
when it came down to it, yeah.
Yeah.
However, in your point is you got to find a person that's going to do the right thing. Luckily for me, Amanda does the right thing on a regular basis. Jumped in when this kid was young. Amy was older or whatever.
I think the first Mother's Day card Amy ever gave me, she had made it, like handmade it, and written inside it said, "Thanks for making my dad a better dad."
And not smell bad
and not
anymore.
Smell bad.
I didn't realize that I had an odor problem at that point. I probably did.
You probably did.
I mean, I was kind of a real mess.
Hey, a skunk can't smell his own stink.
That's a super valid point.
Steve.
You like your own brand.
Yeah, it does happen every now and then. And JB had a really good comment. I want to see that on there again. This feels like watching Andy and 20 years ago Andy at the same time. Yeah.
Well, we didn't want to tell you, but we have a time machine.
Yes.
And this actually is the 20-year-old version of Andy.
So not only did I build a studio, but I pulled a Michael J. Fox.
I know, this is our very own Back to the Future.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a lot easier to get 21.1 gigawatts these days.
It is. Yeah, I didn't need a lightning bolt and a giant thing across the downtown Pacific. Speeding my DeLorean in the downtown.
Down St. Louis Street.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. And then Doc is up on the clock tower. Marty! I love that movie. That's my favorite movie. Okay, we may have gotten a lot of control there. But you are right. The whole stepmom thing, because you could at some point have a stepdad, and then that would obviously be a different thing to experience, right?
Yeah.
The stepmom thing was also a big deal. But I thought, because we dated for 7 months? 6 months? 7 months?
Before
Amanda ever even met the kids.
Yeah.
Because at first we had to be awesome. I mean, how couldn't we be? But then we had to be good, and then we brought the kids in, and it was great. So, and it's obviously worked out.
Yes.
So, do you believe that it's worked out?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's really great. Babe, what are you trying to?
I'm not sure.
Not sure what's happening. I was trying to go back to the notes.
Okay.
However, the other side of it too, that one of the, what were those girls, like 13, 14, 15, something like that were at the party tonight? One of the things that they said too was, it's tough when your parents are debating or arguing something, and what did they say about taking sides and not really knowing how to navigate that, I guess. Is that kind of what they said?
Yeah. Yeah, basically how to not be put in the middle and not take sides, because that can be tough. That's really tough sometimes.
Do you feel that you ever kind of have to make that decision?
Not really, as I maybe used to. I felt like I had to back, like, when I was a little bit younger, but not really too bad.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's good, because that would be tough if you were put in the middle and then you had to say, well, I guess I'm going to go hang out with my mom forever, or I'm going to hang out with my dad forever because I don't like the decisions. And it would be kind of shitty for the parents to put a child in that situation.
Yeah.
And that's obviously something that we would try to never do to ensure that everything kind of stays copacetic and calm between the sides and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Even though for a while there it was pretty ugly. And in the last few years, it's finally kind of mellowed itself out.
I think that's something that you learn over time as a grown-up, too, for divorced families or parents to not over-involve the kids. We weren't very good at that, I don't think, at the beginning.
Right.
But after many, many years and learning, and last week we talked about our foster care classes that we took. We learned a ton of stuff in there about not doing that and how it doesn't need to affect the children if the parents aren't happy. But sometimes that can be really hard, especially if you're home all the time. I mean, I know that when my parents got divorced, I knew it. Like, it was pretty obvious. And they didn't really like each other until I was in high school. Right. And then they finally started to communicate a little bit better. And I think that's kind of the same scenario that you're in, Andrew, is that your parents didn't communicate very well at all until recently. And even now, I mean, they still don't really communicate great. I talk to your mom more than your dad does, but it's really hard. And I think for adults, though, it's super important to understand that and to do the right thing, even if it's super hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, at the end of the day, co-parenting is probably one of the hardest things that I think any of us have ever been through, but it's so important.
Yeah.
And there are so many benefits to it.
Well, yeah, you don't want to put the children in the middle. And even when you're not, they sometimes probably feel like they're in the middle. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I felt like sometimes, but like I'm happy that I like always wasn't like I felt like. But I felt like I got lucky in not being put in the middle.
I didn't really understand anything.
I'll re-say it. Okay. So
let's reset. Right. Take a breath. Take a deep. All right. So now say something clearly.
So I felt like I was in the middle sometimes, but I'm lucky that I most of the time that I wasn't.
Oh,
Can I get that? So like sometimes I thought, but like most of the time, so it's 75-25%.
We're just gonna go ahead and move on.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cut.
Drew, do you conversely though? Do you ever play your parents against each other?
No.
Do you operate in the middle and try to see, well, if Dad won't do this and maybe Mom will, maybe Amanda will?
No.
He does that.
Okay,
hold on.
He does that with
us.
It doesn't have anything to do with his mom. He does it with us.
Hey, Dad, I want to go to GameStop.
We could just look.
We're not going to GameStop.
Well, I want to look around.
I've spent too much money there. And then I go to work. Hey, Amanda, let's go to GameStop to look around. Because to look around. And then Amanda, who's super, what'd you say, amazing?
Yeah, super amazing stuff.
She would be like, yeah, whatever. Let's go to GameStop, boy. Let's take off. And then like $2 million later, over a period of 10 years, man, I think you kept that place in business.
Yeah, right?
This just happened the other day. He wanted our Amazon Prime sign-in for his Twitch account. And you said, what did you say when he asked you about it?
I said, go ask Amanda.
Right. I'm not doing that. Go ask Amanda.
Yeah.
So, of course, I get, well, Dad said it was okay. You had to do it.
Is that really what you said?
What?
Don't pretend that you didn't hear everything that was just said.
No, I just didn't. I didn't hear the last part.
Uh-huh.
I didn't. I'm not kidding you.
Well, just like the other night. I have money, but I need an Xbox gift card, and it's like 10 at night. Where the hell am I? I can't take your cash.
CVS.
Not 10 at night.
Or the gas station.
24 hours.
Or the gas station.
So the answer to my question is yes?
No.
Well, on this end, absolutely.
No. I would never.
He's not dumb.
I would never.
This kid's very smart. And he knows how to play the game.
No,
yeah,
I would never.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I don't know if he knows how to play the game or he knows who the sucker is in this family, and it's for sure me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all right. That's not bad.
Hey, Daddy, want to go to GameStop after this podcast?
No, I'm okay.
Amanda?
Yeah, let's go to GameStop.
Yeah!
It's like a party. And then we did talk about new rules, new siblings, which at some point with our whole foster care thing, that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah,
So
it'd be pretty cool.
Everybody constantly is asking us what your opinion is on that, on us fostering kids and maybe someday adopting them. How do you feel about that? You've been the youngest forever,
So I'm happy because it's going to be a new experience for me. I'm going to learn into what it's going to be about having new little brothers or sisters, whatever we may have.
What if it's
or
a brother or sister?
You don't let me get to the part.
Okay.
Or, they're the... I don't know.
I don't know what that
I don't know how to explain
Let's move on.
But yeah,
Keep
let's
going.
move on. But I feel like it's going to be a really good experience for me. Since I've always been the youngest, I really don't know how to take care of tiny people. Yeah, I know how to take care. I know how to take care of myself. Okay, I know.
I don't really have to take care of me, pretty much.
No, but I'm gonna be able to learn how to take care of little people, and it's gonna be nice.
We're excited about it. Yeah. Do you start at the elbow?
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We're super excited, and that's a huge thing for you. So, and it's a really exciting time for us. So we're really happy that you're excited about it and not at all scared.
Yeah.
No, I'm not scared.
Absolutely.
I'm ready.
Yep.
So, last thing on the list is bringing items from one home to another.
Ooh.
Now, with this, apparently, sometimes...
Apparently.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth.
Yeah, basically. With this, it's kind of... you can leave stuff, I bring my Xbox One here, and I bring a bunch of games, and sometimes you could forget stuff here. And it sucks when you do sometimes, because, you have to wait a little bit. Sometimes they can send my stuff back in a package if I need to, or whatever.
Through the mail.
Through the mail. Same thing.
No, I know. I just thought it was weird that they'll send me a package.
Yeah.
All right. Post office.
Same thing.
It's kind of a thing. Not like the Pony Express anymore.
And then on the plane, since I bring it out as a carry-on, it's really heavy because I also have my laptop in there with that.
That's commitment.
Yeah, I know, right? That thing's heavy.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it's very worth it.
It's like your best friend.
Yeah, I know. I can't leave without it.
I would not. My MacBook goes everywhere with me.
Yeah.
It's not as heavy as your giant masonry weighted down Xbox. Jeez. No, but it is. I think as a kid, we would send almost everything home with you.
Yeah.
There was times where you came to our house. I don't think it's happened here, but for sure when we were in Michigan, there would be random times you'd forget stuff, and then we would have to either take it back or mail it back or wait till the next time you came or whatever those things were. And it's the communication part of it. Not, at least in our part, it was never intentional.
Yeah.
We never intentionally kept all your socks. Right?
Man, why do you guys keep all my socks then?
I know.
I like to wear them.
Unwashed.
Yeah.
Ew. Teenage boy gross sock? No thanks.
Uh-huh.
And then play soccer too?
Ew.
No, it may not work.
Classic. Growing mold. A little bit of toe jam.
Okay.
But it is, and it does, obviously those things happen. I would assume for the most part, like I said, most parents it's unintentional. I would assume sometimes it probably is in some houses. We're like, I'm keeping all of his t-shirts. I don't really care.
Oh my god,
t-shirts.
Hey Dad, where'd all my t-shirts go? I need one for the airport. Oh, I don't know. You just...
And then I'm wearing it.
Yeah. And
I don't know where they went.
I was like, okay. I'll throw on some basketball shorts over.
And just a wife beater?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something.
That happens.
Yeah.
But it is, and it's a big deal. And the thing that we wanted to get out of today is a couple things. It was cool to be able to have Drew here, obviously talk it through. Yeah. Yep. Is there any kind of gang sign we can use or?
No.
No.
It's not. No.
I do have one leg up on my jeans right now. You can't see it. we wanted to talk it through. Drew could give us some great insight. We obviously asked questions to some neighbors, which was awesome to get some of their feedback and insight. And ultimately, we didn't get a lot of questions and comments. Thank you, JB, for putting in your comment. However, we want people to comment and to tell us what they want to learn, what they want to hear, how we can add kind of this information to the podcast so people can kind of take care of it, learn about it, all those kind of things. So, is there anything you wanted to add to today?
Just to kind of wrap this all up, I feel like... What?
No, that's good. You're very professional.
But to kind of wrap this all up, it can be difficult at times to be divorced. There are times where it can be like really good. You can kind of like forget about it sometimes, but then you have to kind of recollect that, oh yeah, we still have like divorced parents. But in all honesty, someday you're gonna be like, they're divorced. When you grow older, you're gonna be able to just see them whenever you want. You're gonna be living on your own, so you're gonna be able to see either one whenever you want. I feel like when you grow up, you're gonna be way more like with it, like, oh, like I'm more mature. I see these people as like way better than this parent, but like this parent does what this parent doesn't does, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So
I think if you look at it as you have more people to love and love you, then you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
It does add to the dynamic, right? It adds a lot more people that care about you.
Yeah.
And that's the end game, right?
Yeah.
I think, like I said with Amanda's folks, absolutely.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. It's really easy to kind of take care of that. So, just to wrap up, kind of like Drew said, a couple things. First off, thank you for watching and listening to the Dad Bod Podcast, episode number 6.
Yeah.
Today,
number 6.
Drew was the special guest of the evening because Ben King is sick. He has explosive diarrhea. Didn't want to tell anybody that, but it's tough.
That's what cheap beer does to you.
It is. It's really difficult, and we really we bought brand new chairs and we bought a brand new rug. We just didn't want diarrhea on the chairs, so... Ben, I hope you're feeling better, and I hope you get well, and you put a fucking cork in it or something.
I'm sorry, you can't say that on the air.
Can't say what?
Cork.
Why can't I say cork?
Well, it's the word you said describing the cork.
Fucking cork?
Oh, yeah.
This is the explicit version.
Demonetized.
I check the box when I upload them.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I check the explicit box, and it puts the little E next to it as if you're buying a rap album.
Proceed with the chlorophyll.
Proceed. But again, thanks everybody for listening, watching. Please subscribe on YouTube. Please make sure you there you go.
Subscribe down there.
That was good, by the way.
And hit that bell notification so you guys never miss another video. Like, subscribe, and also comment if you guys enjoyed.
God, I needed you on here to do that.
Somebody doesn't watch
a
lot of YouTube videos,
Yeah, no joke.
Like a champ.
Like us, hey.
And sure. Go ahead.
Go like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Go, right up there. Go follow us on iTunes, Google Play. Go subscribe to our podcast, Dad Bod.
Dad Bod Podcast, episode 6. Please subscribe to all that good stuff, and we do appreciate your time tonight. And I hope everybody has a great evening.
Yeah.
We'll see you in a week.
All right. Peace.